Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Galvan. Welcome to my office. I hope the drive getting over here was not that inconvenient for you, as this will be around the place where you're doing your group. So I hope it was a decent drive.
It was.
That's good. That's good. I want to start off today's meeting by just saying thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that everyone is taking the time out of their day to get familiarized with me and the way I'm trying to get familiarized with you. But welcome. This is a pre-group meeting. Um, My name is Robert Williams. I'm gonna be your counselor in this. I'm gonna be the group leading. I've been working for this company for I want to say just over 5 years now. So I have plenty of experience in this field. A lot of group therapy specifically.
Mm.
So I'm really excited to help you heal. Um, so a pre-group meeting. I mean, as you can probably tell, it's just a little meeting. We get together. I'm just gonna explain a couple of things to you. I'm just gonna show you just give you some of the basic little rundown for you, as long as that's all right with you.
Yep. Let's get it doing. Let's get it done.
Let's get it done. All right. So a lot of people, before we get into it, a lot of people come to this with a lot of anxiety. Is that something that you're feeling right now? You're feeling a little anxiety?
Um, just a tad bit. Not too much.
That's completely normal. Hopefully we'll be able to ease this a little bit during the group, by just talking to each other a little bit, and just getting acquainted, and hopefully it'll make the transition process into the group that much smoother. Have you been in a group before? Have you done group therapy?
No, this is my first time doing it.
Awesome. All right. So I sent an email out before this, giving you a little bit of a rundown about what the group is about. Did you get any of that? Sometimes that can be a
Yeah.
little fickle.
I read through it. Yeah, I understand what's going on.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go over it again anyway.
Okay, okay. No problem.
Um, this is just a little opportunity for me to get to know you a little bit better, see if you're a good fit for our group, and see if I'm a good fit for you as a counselor. Um, and it's also a pretty good opportunity for you to be able to ask any specific questions that you might have, which I'm sure we'll get into later. Let me tell you a little bit about the group before we get into anything too serious. As you probably already know, it's a group about generalized anxiety. Just for people to get together, talk about their issues. Hopefully supporting each other along the way. It's a very big tenet of this is the support that each person gives. Um, it's gonna last about an hour every week. Friday, and by about I mean like straight on because we're gonna follow those deadlines. So it'll be Friday from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock right after work. Hopefully you can pop in, get a little group done, go home. Should be a
Mhm.
fun time. 5 o'clock to 6.
All right.
So it'll be at this building, as you can see this building right here that I'm in. Um,
Mm.
we're gonna be meeting in I don't know if you saw it, the hallway on the way in. Um,
Mm.
but that little corridor to the left, that
Yeah.
little road, that's B. You'll be in room B2. Um,
Okay, okay.
uh, So yeah, I mean that'll be about it. We're gonna have, I think, hopefully so far we've got 7 people on the docket. Very nice people, very kind people. You're the last person I met with before we get this group started the next week. Are there any questions that you're coming up with? You got any questions for me?
Mm. Not at the moment. No, not really.
Okay, well I'll keep talking. Let me know if you come up with any questions.
Okay.
Um, so going back over that a little bit, just to summarize a bit. Um, it's going to be about an hour every Friday, group E2. Just so you know, and of course that's in the email that you've got, everything like that. Um, so in our group, we do have a wide variety of group agreements. That's just a little thing I think most groups do. It's something I like to do in my groups. We just have about 10-ish. I'll go over some of the key ones. Um, but this is a good way for you to familiarize yourself with a group, see what like all of our thoughts are going to be, and if it's something that you don't think you can uphold or it's something that you don't agree with, then it's just a good way for you to just dip real quick. All right, so let me get into it real quick. Top of the board is confidentiality. Um, the biggest thing when you come into a group, you don't want to be spilling everyone's secrets outside of the group. And that doesn't mean like 100% silence. Like you don't have to be completely, but like try to leave out names. Don't bring up anything too specific about a person, the past, things like that. Nothing too specific.
Of course.
Of course. Next up, attendance is another pretty important thing, which goes along with our time boundary. This will be a 6 month course, meeting once a week. It's pretty intensive, but hopefully it'll be pretty fun. So by signing up, you do agree you'll be here every week, or at least you'll try. You know, I mean, if obviously if there's a reason you're out, there's nothing we can do about that. Can't force you in here, but yeah. And that kind of goes along with the time boundaries that are a big tenet of our group. I view the group as as a little sacred space. So when you get in there, you're in the group, you're in it. So I'm going to start exactly at 6 o'clock every day on the dot, on the docket, and we're going to end exactly at 7. And hopefully that'll be alright with you. Hopefully that'll be alright with me. I'll try my best to uphold that as well. I mean, these group
Yeah.
apply to me as well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Next up, outside of the group, obviously I can't stop you guys interacting. I mean, there's nothing I could do about that anyway. Honestly, I encourage it. But an important part of group and group therapy is avoiding subgrouping. So that would be like, excuse me, if you start being real good friends with someone, you only try to talk to them, stuff like that. I think just by association, I think you're going to be better friends with some people than others. Of course, I mean that's just how we
Yeah.
are as people. But just try to avoid that if you can, and nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing about the group, when you get here, no drugs, no alcohol, no food in the room. You know the general drill. It's like
Yeah,
little school rules.
don't worry, I ain't got no drugs or alcohol on me
All right, we'll see
in
about
my
that.
system.
We'll see about that. Um, so I think that's the majority of my it's the majority of my list. Obviously, you've had the email, you've had time to read it over. You know what the
Mm-hmm.
drill is.
Yep.
Are there, just before we keep going, any other questions you have about any of the group agreements or any of the meeting times or anything like that?
No, you just about covered all the bases that I was concerned about, really.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So, all right. Let me try to get in a little bit more into the group then. Obviously I can't give names. That would be
Yeah.
illegal. But it'll be about 50-50. If 7 people, there's gonna be 4 guys, 3 gals. So it'll be pretty even. We'll have a lot of different experiences in us. I try to get a very diverse group for my groups. It just makes it more interesting, to be honest.
Yeah.
More perspectives, the better. Um, so next up, I'm trying to think if I had anything else I needed to cover with you. Let's just go over it real quick. You are comfortable. This is something that you're comfortable with.
Yeah, yeah. I've been
Solid.
planning on wanting to do this for quite a while, actually.
That's sweet. I don't want to get too into it today, obviously, because I mean this is for the group to figure out. But
Yeah.
any what was the reason? What was the reason you decided to join the group? Just a little basic reason.
Just like, I've been working and like I've been feeling like a little anxious all of a sudden every now and then, like feeling like I'm gonna mess up on something or like get the disapproval or someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I feel like it's not usually me, so I just wanted to come and, see
Yeah.
if this would help.
I think that's a very valid reason for coming here, and I think I at least I hope that's something that the group will be able to help you with. I mean, all of these people deal with about the same things you do. This is an anxiety group after all. And some of the core tenets of group, hopefully, is to make you feel a little bit less alone in your endeavors. If you're feeling lonely in your anxiousness, you're feeling like you're the only one, hopefully group will be a bit of an illuminating experience for you. It'll be something that sheds light on maybe some ways to cope with it, maybe giving ways that you cope with it to other group members. But of course, that's all something we'll do. That's something we'll do next Friday, for sure.
Yeah.
So, just to recap a little bit, if you'll remember, we're going to be meeting here every Friday, 8 to 6, 7-person group, 3 guys, 3 girls. I said 8 to 6, I meant 6 to 7. 3 guys, 3 girls. We do have the group agreements that I showed you before. The important ones being confidentiality. Don't say anything about the group attendance.
No name dropping.
Yeah, no name drop. You know the drill. You know the drill.
Yeah.
Be here on time. Be ready to experience the group in your heart. And just try your best to abide by the contract that we have. And I think the contract, it's something we're gonna be discussing in the first group meeting. We're gonna be going over that a little bit.
Yeah.
No major changes, but if there's anything that you'd want to change, we can definitely discuss that. So I'm hoping that this is a good group for you. Is there any lasting questions that you have before I close it out?
Will we get drinks there? Like, like little juice pops or something.
I was thinking maybe as a little treat sometimes I can bring in like a little lemonade and bring in a little pitcher of lemonade. Because I have a daughter and she has lemonade.
Yeah.
Those kids and their lemonade, you know what I mean?
I mean, if she has a lemonade stand, maybe I'll give it a stop.
Kids and their lemonade. All right. Yeah. Drinks. It's gonna be. I mean, it's a fun time. Like, it's just gonna be a fun little. This isn't something serious. It's not like some sort of intensive like drug meeting or anything. But it's just a way for people to get together, come together, and just vibe out. Hopefully, share their experiences, be less anxious than they would normally be, and just be happy.
Yeah.
Just be happy people.
I feel a little less anxious now talking to you and seeing how friendly you are.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much. I'm glad that I make you feel less anxious. So I mean, as long as you don't have any other questions, I mean, I think that's just about it.
Yeah, I think that's good. I don't have anything that comes at the top of my head.
Awesome. That's good. That means I did a good job explaining. So yeah, I'll just go home, tuck yourself into bed, read over those agreements one more time before you get here next Friday. Hopefully, I'll see you. 6 o'clock. 2B, building 2B.
Yep.
I'll
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I'll see you then.